who are new to the Final Countdown, who do not know me very well, I'm what you call a far right-wing conservative. I support the Tea Party, a card-carrying member of the Republican Party. What can I say? When I vote straight party. I don't vote candidates. I don't vote issues. This is simple for me. I do not, under any circumstance, vote for a Democrat. I just do not. So as you can imagine, as a black person, surrounded by other black people, most of my life, I've been a Republican probably since age of 16, 17, I think is when I started to make the transition. When I started realizing that the world that black adults who were around me, who I listened to at the time, somehow the world they were describing was not the world I was coming up in. It just didn't quite seem right. So when I went to college, I had to do something about this. I had to look into and find the truth for myself. I'd already seen some documentaries, some NPR clips on Ronald Reagan, and some of the speeches that he made so much sense to me. You know, even as a junior high student, high school student, teenager. He explained things in a way that I could understand. I didn't know very much about liberals and conservatives, Republicans and Democrats. But I began to understand the things he was saying. And then as I got to college, I had a roommate who turned me on to Tony Brown. Tony Brown's been a big inspiration in my life. Tony Brown actually helped me see and helped me understand some of the infrastructure rules of society. He helped me get beyond black and white and racism. Very important. He explained the world in a way that made sense. He explained how the world was more about money than about color. And that if you want to be free in America, that the color of freedom in America was green. And if you were not building wealth in America, you can't be free. Very sensible, very structural message. Then later on in life, I encountered some tapes with a guy by the name of Zig Ziglar. Zig Ziglar made so much sense in his stories. One of the fundamental things was this model of you can get everything you want in life if you simply help enough other people get what they want. That stuck with me. Of all the tapes I listened to, and talk about people and sales in his life, the helping other people stuck with me. So here I am. I am what you call a far right-wing pundit. I'm not bipartisan. Some people may say, well, it's hard to be fair if you're a right-wing conservative. Maybe so. But here's what I do know. I'm going to do my best to help as many black people learn the truth about that skanky party that they call the Democrat Party. I don't even want to mention the name of that thing. It's the truth has a way of binding you to certain things. The truth has a way of taking filters off your eyes. And it puts you in a position where either you can do something about what you just learned, or you can continue to be trifling, lazy. You take the knowledge that you learned, just fall away as it doesn't exist, and just continue on in life. So we're going to start off with some basic truth. Here we go. Democratic Party, party of slavery. It's the oldest political party in America. In fact, the oldest political party in the world. Party of slavery. It's the party of the Civil War. Started with the state of South Carolina, trying to succeed. The people say that this is all about states' rights. No. The right of states to have slavery was what it was about. Play on words. And it's amazing to me how, even in school, this little minor distinction. But that's what our education system is built around, is minor distinction. So let's Party of slavery, party of Civil War, party of the Confederate Army was fighting for the South. Democratic Party was the party of the South. The newly formed Republican Party, party of freedom, party of the North, party of the Quakers and the Puritans, religious organizations. So religion was a big part. Religion was a big part of the political message at that time with Republicans. To some degree, it continues. Democratic Party, party of Jim Crow, party of the Black Codes, party of the KKK. In fact, around the 1870s, the Congress actually tried to pass a KKK law. It's part of the congressional record, so you don't have to believe me. You can, if you're not lazy, if you're not intellectually lazy, you can Google this or go to the library and find it for yourself. The KKK Act. And in the KKK Act, the government actually sent investigators out to investigate the KKK because they were concerned about it. Lynching people, hanging people, not good things. And what they determined was that the KKK was the military wing of the Democratic Party. Oh my God, JR, I can't believe you said that. Yes, it's the truth. It's part of the congressional record. Now, there are some of those who will have you believe that the Republican Party was the party of the KKK. Although there are no records to back this up, you know, the Democrats don't need truth. Liberals, progressives, centrists, moderates. Truth is an inconvenience for them. They have a message they're trying to spin. They want you to believe the lie. Why? Because it serves their means. Because it's good for them to get you worked up over slavery, get you worked up over the KKK. They have you believe that your friend, historically, Republican Party, the friend of black people, is actually your enemy. They, who have been your long-term enemy, they want you to believe that they're your friend. And so I ask, what is more noble? Me, who tells you the truth, or the skanky Democratic Party who lies to you constantly? It's amazing to me when I encounter people, black folks. See, I don't dare get liberal whites who approach you. They know better. They hear me speak. And they know that I'm one of those people who know the truth. Because they know the truth. The only people here who don't know the truth are black people. And so they send their minions, the truckles, the sycophants, out to do their bidding. Always the ways of white Democrats, send the black folks out to do the dirty work. So I get these black folks who, they're all indignant. So I'm upset. Can't believe, JR. Can't believe you're a Republican. Can't believe you support the Tea Party. I can't believe it. This is what they say. Why? Because we all know that all black people are supposed to be Democrats. That's why. Of course. Makes sense to me. We're all supposed to be Democrats, all supposed to be following our liberal, progressive, centrist, moderate, Democrat, slave master. Of course, makes sense. I can see why you would be upset. No, I can see why this would concern you. And of course, you have to do what you've been trained to do. Not educate yourself. Not grab some knowledge before you go do battle with someone who's your intellectual superior, who has knowledge. Back up everything he says. Why? Oh, you're going to battle with no facts, no information, just stuff that's been fed to you by MSNBC, CNN, other black liberals, radio talk show host Tom Joyner, stand-up comedians, Hurricane, D.L. Hughley, it doesn't matter. Black celebrities who are ignorant also. Unfortunately, using their celebrity status to keep you ignorant, keep spreading ignorant messages that don't make any sense. You hear it, you regurgitate it out to someone else. You participate in this. So let's see what we can do to help fix that. So, open history book. Party of slavery. Party of the South. Party of the Confederate. Party of the Black Codes. Black Codes. You know, the Black Codes were designed to keep slaves from reading. That was most of them. I mean, there were other codes in there. You don't marry white women. You don't look at white women. There was certain behavior that you had to bow your head around other white people. Couldn't speak. But mainly the Black Codes were about not teaching you how to read. Why? Because at that time, a lot of white Southerners couldn't read. Couldn't write. Ignorant people. And if you examine history closely, many of these people in the South were called crackers, white people. And the people up north didn't like them, didn't want them in their neighborhoods, didn't want them in their cities. Hell, they didn't want them in the colonies of the states. Pushed them out of the Northeast, pushed them into the South, Virginia, Georgia, Florida, Mississippi, Louisiana. Cracker nation. And these people call themselves crackers. And I know they're always something, but I can't believe it. Can't believe you use that word cracker. You know, it's not politically correct. You can't say that. Sure I can. It's not my term. This term dates back to like the 1590s. Shakespeare and I believe in King John used the word cracker. These were people from the northern part of England who were nasty, dirty, stanky, uneducated, ignorant, stupid, illiterate. The Brits didn't like them. And when these people migrated to the Americas, the hard-working, education-centric folks in the Northeast didn't like them either. Had nothing to do with color, because they're both white. Had to do with value, behaviors. We're going to get to that, and maybe not in this segment, but I'm going to do a segment on acting white. I hear this term. If you're educated, articulate, responsible. Oh, you're not a real black person, JR. No, you're not a real black person. No. Clarence Thomas, no, not a real black person. Really? So I guess you have some way of measuring who's real and who's not. I'm not, of course, you've already said I wasn't a real black person. Of course. Because Democrats have given you, liberals have given you an environment to create this nonsense. You never hear Republicans walk around telling some other, yeah, that black person right there is not a real black person. I hear Republicans talking kind of nonsense. Democrats create an environment for this nonsense. They participate in it from time to time. Except white people don't really say it. They say, Elijah Cummings said Clarence Thomas wasn't a real black person. This ignorant black person from Mississippi, or Barbara Boxer, Sheila Lee. They just go grab a black politician who make the claim that some black conservative are a real black person. What is the real black person? If you're a gangbanger, you're definitely a real black person. You got teardrops. The number of people you killed, shot. Oh yeah, you're definitely a real black person. If you smoke weed, you real. If you snort in lines, oh, you real. If you're a 1-1 fighter, depending on the government, oh, you real. Been in prison? Oh yeah, you real. Babies you can't take care of, can't afford, oh yeah, you real. That makes you real. High school dropout, Oh yeah, definitely, you real. No job, no opportunities, no desire to do anything with your life. Oh yeah, you real. Slinging dope, gang banging. Oh, you definitely real. But let me make sure I got this. If I'm articulate, if I go to school and get an education, do well, get good grades, go to college, get a degree, get a job, do the responsible thing, take care of my family, try to be an upstanding citizen, then I'm acting white, really. Somehow I'm not a real black person. And yet, you have the audacity, the nerves, the gall, to be mad at me for not being a Democrat, and I want to participate in that environment and nonsense. A party that has destroyed the inner city. How do I know this? Oh, JR, you can't say stuff like that. Sure I can. Democrats have been the only ones in charge of the inner cities. Run them into the ground. With the help of black leadership. School districts. Not run by white people in the inner cities. Not run by conservative, Republicans, Tea Party. Run by Democrats, liberal, progressives, centrists, moderates, all the same. They keep changing the name up because they want to confuse you. They don't want to stand for who they really are. Liberal Democrats. They just keep making up a new name for themselves. Now they call themselves progressives, like we're advancing. So what the hell is advancing the black community? Your schools? Oh yeah, schools have gotten much better. You know, the last week, and I don't get angry about much, but I'm reading about Dunbar High School in Washington, D.C., and how up until the 60s, I think this school was formed in the 1920s, put out the graduates who came out of Dunbar High School. Reads like a who's who of the black history. The first in this, the first in that. You know, great school, disciplined. People say, oh, well, you know, the reason Dunbar High School is so successful, JR, you know, they only took in rich middle class. That's not true. They took in kids from all over D.C. All over D.C. Parents who were just working people. Go read the history on Dunbar High School in Washington, D.C. Look at the graduates who went off to college. I can't remember all of the names, but I will. I'm going to go back and reread this. It's so fascinating. The graduates that came out of there was a who's who of black history. People who graduated from Dunbar went on to college and achieved greatness, instilled in them. They said these kids knew Latin and learned several languages when they graduated high school. They were performing math and English above the national average. There were people who couldn't believe what was going on. There had got to be some kind of conspiracy here. Something ain't quite right because black schools are not supposed to perform that well. And even the most racist person who went and looked, Democrats, came out of the school having to admit they were doing something really special down there at Dunbar High School. And that truly these kids, not just equal to white people and white kids, other schools. In many ways, they were performing at a higher level, they were superior, intellectually. And this wasn't supposed to be, not with black kids. But liberals took over Dunbar High School. Democrats took control in the 60s of inner cities. And the school boards, they dominated that. They took over the politics, local politics. Dunbar High School now is one of the worst in the nation. And they didn't just stop at Dunbar High School. Oh my God. This wave of liberalism, Democrats, they took over all the schools in the major cities. What they did to Dunbar High School, they didn't just stop there. Oh no. Man, the black code still exists today with the Democratic Party. Y'all think that was in the past. Oh yeah, JR, you know, that slave talk and this Confederate talk and black code, that was just in the past. I'm watching TV and I see Cornel West, Tavis smiling. On TV, being interviewed. The idiot savants, that's what I call them. Not just them. There's some more. Melissa Perry, Eric Dyson, Lamont Hill, Dr. Lamont Hill. All these really smart people, idiots. Somehow they believe that their hard work. They went to, maybe someone went to white schools. Someone were sitting in classes, especially Dr. Lamont. He's anthropology. The hell you gonna find two black people in anthropology class? It's not gonna really happen. Come on. So I know he was sitting in classrooms, but look at the white folks. Somehow I don't believe that you're smart enough to do what they did. Your brain somehow, I can't quite put my finger on it, but your brain is not quite, doesn't quite function the same as the Asian kids, the Jewish kids, some of the white kids, Indian kids. The black brain just can't quite put my finger on it, but it just doesn't. I made it because I worked hard, but the next black person, yeah, we gotta change. This institutional racism here that keeps them down. The reason black kids don't make it is institutional racism that keeps them down. We gotta destroy the whole system. Well, my response to that is, you and your kind have already destroyed the system. You took work at schools, Dunbar, and you destroyed them all over the country. This is what you left. Republicans, Tea Party folks, who love to come to the inner city schools, introduce vouchers. Let's take some of the kids who don't mind working hard, smart, gifted. All kids are gifted, but a lot of kids are just lazy. Let's find the ones who don't mind working hard. Send them off to a school with other kids who don't mind working hard. So they can get a good quality education. Oh no, JR, oh no, can't do that. Can't do vouchers. Can't let any of the, we can't spare a slave getting off our plantation. We just, can't do it, boss. What? Handful can't leave? Oh no. If they can't all leave, then nobody leaves. That's the liberal answer. Listen to them. You have to believe me. Watch them on TV. Anytime the subject of vouchers come up, oh no. They cringe. They get all uncomfortable. And then in the end, well, you know, it's not fair to let some of them off the plantation and the rest stay behind. How about merit pay for teachers who perform well and, oh no. What? You want to encourage teachers to do well and do their job? No. We're gonna give merit pay and pay raises on seniority, the ones who just sit around here long enough, collecting a paycheck, who realize it doesn't pay to stir the pot up, doesn't pay to work yourself hard trying to educate kids. Just come here, give them a passing grade, pass them on. Get my pay raise and my bonus. I could do this for years. And that's what they do. The good teachers get burned out. They leave. Go to private schools, charter schools. What's left in the inner city? Senior teachers have been there for years, have seniority. collect that paycheck, collect that bonus. So let me get this straight. Can't have merit pay for teachers who do well. Can't give a promising kid a voucher to go to private school, get a good education. So what can you do? Oh, nothing. Give us more money.